to YouTube, Simon. Simon the Havachon. Havachon?
Havachon. Havanese mama, Bichon daddy.
We went to the puppy store, and what was the thing you wanted?
Cavachon.
My wife wanted a Cavachon, but he had apparently been sniffing coke before we got there because he was just out of his mind. And this feller has just been laying here like a lump pretty much since we picked him up. Like the second they brought him out of the cage, and they kept on telling us he was going to get more active, but it's been it's been about 2 hours since we first met him, and this is about as active as he's been. So here's Simon, sweet Simon. If you watched my other video, we had a greyhound a week ago, and it did not work out, unfortunately. And my wife wanted a dog, so we went to go look at a Cavachon, and we saw this little feller, who is a Havachon, 10 weeks old, and he is pretty great. He has been there you go. Much like Shallow, he slept all day. From the time we got him, he was just on the ground, on our arms. In the car ride, we drove an hour and a half to get him, and he was just as sweet, as pleasant as possible. It's pretty crazy. It's the 4th of July, and he doesn't seem super concerned with the fireworks yet. His dad's a Bichon, his mom is a Havanese. You can see my wife's knees in the picture. Hey, stop it. My wife had a puppy. I don't think I've ever had a puppy in my life. At first he looked dirty, but that's just how he, look, he does a little bit. That's the first time he's... There you go. He's just as happy as can be. So yeah, 3 days ago we had a 75-pound greyhound in here, and now we have this little tiny little fluff.
He's biting his collar.
You can see how tiny he is. I got a big hand, but still, he's palm size at best.
Make sure we don't rock on him.
Hey.
Look at his legs. Hates their legs.
So, here's Simon. We're on our second day. I guess we got him yesterday around 2 or 3 o'clock, so he's been more active today than yesterday. Again, he is a Havachon, I guess. So Havanese and Bichon mix. He's 10 weeks old. He's pretty active, but not overly so. I mean, there's a lot of sleeping time. I'll have a bunch of pictures at the end here of him just sleeping and lounging around. He's pretty cute. He looks dirty, but he's not. It's just how he looks. You can tell, like, I mean, he's chewing on a chew toy. Every once in a while he gets shoestrings or so. He peed one tiny drip drop on the carpet. And I think the first day in here, the first 5 minutes he was in the house, he had a little tiny poo, a little sheet, and but he's been going outside now. We've learned to take him out immediately. If he has 3 bites of food, then take him outside, and he'll immediately drop a deuce in the yard. The peeing. He definitely pees outside, but he doesn't ask to pee. We just have to take him out. Like, we try to take him out every hour or so and just kind of see. Or certainly if he just wakes up. He's a boy, but he doesn't lift his leg. He just kind of stands still. So, like, whenever he's not moving and just standing statuesque, you know, something's up. I'm such a huge fan of his color. Like that mixture of brown and black and white. I mean, he looks dirty, like he needs a bath, but that's just what he is, right? And he has the tiniest little face and the tiniest little features and all that fluff of hair, but he's still just a tiny, tiny little thing. But you see, I've been recording this now 2.5 minutes. He's been sitting there content, chewing on this little thing, right? Now, we're not used to having a puppy here. We have to puppy-proof the house. We have these little fence gates up. We had those up when the greyhound was here, but they still work for him. But he can get in other places where the greyhound couldn't, of course, like behind the couches and underneath the recliner and all these places. We gotta find new methods of blocking him out. He seems to be, I mean, he's only 1 day in, but he seems to be doing better at chewing. He was like just chewing everything he could find, and now we've been telling him no and handing him a toy anytime he chews something, so he has been less prone to chew on cords and random things. But yeah, so I don't know. He's pretty great. I'm a big fan of him. We went to the pet store and there was 3 or 4 different dogs, and he just kind of had the demeanor that I liked. Hey, Simon. He looks like stuffed animals came to life. There's that little noise he's made. Looks like he very rarely makes a sound. But yeah, I mean, like there, just like a normal little puppy dog. But like when you see his face, it straight up looks like a little teddy bear stuffed animal came to life, and like he's on little Chucky, but instead of murdering us, he's just being sweet. See, I made that video just about 10 minutes ago bragging on him, and now he won't stop trying to bite my feet. He keeps chewing my shoelaces. Yeah, he just makes the tiniest amount of noise. Like, he's not making any noise right now. He's viciously killing this sheep, lamb, whatever it is. And it's doing. See, he keeps trying to get my don't bite shoes. Needs his little 5 o'clock shadow beard. There you can see how tiny he is compared to that tennis ball. He keeps trying to get in this little corner. When we block the quit. So he's like a little teddy bear. With little spikes for teeth. Quit that. Quit. Alright, well, I don't see any reason why Simon won't be part of our family for a long time to come. So there'll be plenty more videos. This one we're still just getting to know him. Alright, thanks for checking us out. I shouldn't be encouraging this. I should be correcting him, but it's pretty funny to see him pulling his toy box. Simon, hey. He drug that all the way across the room. There's a little bit. I like that little bit. It was like $16. Well, it's pretty cool looking. He's only barked like once. So with our previous greyhound, it didn't bark. It did attack, but it didn't bark.
Worked pretty hard when it was attacking.
And this puppy is, it's pretty playful, like this kind of stuff. So there's a lot of puppy stuff. But based on all the puppies we saw, he was nowhere near as rambunctious and, downright annoying as some of the other dogs were. But he's been pretty laid back. He slept all night last night, no problem.
Yeah, he just ate.
He peed when he got up. He didn't pee all night. Right there. Oh, he's peed right over there.
When he freezes like that, that's what he's doing.